folks. Well, first, I want to say thank you for joining us. Um, this is something that we've been doing more and more with the Gold IQ group. And I got to say, we'll talk a little bit about it in a minute, but the education that has been coming through on these webinars has been absolutely fantastic. We were actually talking about it in the pregame. I was at dinner with an accountant slash tax lawyer, and when I discussed the information that we were talking about in one of our webinars, he was absolutely amazed by the knowledge. He went back and actually had to research it to verify it. So you guys are getting access to a lot of information that is definitely not public knowledge. I urge you to take advantage of it. If you haven't already, take out a pen, take out a pad, something to write with so that you can track this information down, because there's going to be some fantastic information we're sending out today. So today we're going to be talking about the silent retirement investment risk, things that people aren't talking about, the knowledge that's not out there. And it's being delivered to you guys by Gold IQ Group. So I love the little tag, the smartest minds in metals. But the simple fact is that Gold IQ Group has assembled a group of very, very, very intelligent, very successful, very creative people who have trusted expertise in their specific areas to work as consultants for you guys and to help you guys make very smart decisions. They educate, they do it in a very personalized way, and they offer absolutely fantastic support. On an important note, they are fully licensed. They're licensed metal dealers. They are secure and compliant. They only work with the sovereign mints, COMEX, LBMA. They're very compliance focused. So cannot stress how important that is. Only work with IRS approved depositories, the whole nine yards. So fantastic organization. And just to be clear, today's information is for education purposes. Okay. We're not financial advisors. We're not CPAs telling you this. In fact, we encourage you to verify what we're telling you with your CPA. We encourage you to verify it with your financial advisors, with your tax attorneys, because the information being presented, it's not publicly available. We encourage you to verify it with your professionals. So the guy that's going to be delivering the knowledge today, all right, is a finance industry professional, 20 plus years. He's been doing investment grade metals analysis for over 10. Actually, I think it's large. I think those numbers are off by a year. You've helped thousands of people safeguard retirement accounts. You are the chief metal strategist at Gold IQ Group and the managing partner of The Complete Investor. And of course, most important, decorated U.S. Marine with 8+ years of service. Guys, this is Drew Urasek. Before you go on, Drew, before you say thank you, I want to say, guys, I've known Drew for a number of years. I am continuously proud to be able to show him to the clients of our various companies. I'm continuously proud to be able to bring you guys to him. He always puts on a great show. So please pay attention, buckle in, because it's going to be a fun ride. Drew, take it away. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Michael. I do not only appreciate your kind words, but all of the great content you and Gold IQ Group curate. Some of the best research, some of the best opportunities, and best events. I will be bringing up an event you guys are hosting coming up here in a minute. But what are we going to talk about today? Well, here's our agenda. There is a debt bomb. Well, what most people don't realize is that debt bomb is fueling a tax bomb. You better be ready for the amount of taxes that we're going to be or will be imposed upon us as Americans to satisfy this crazy debt bomb that is only growing. And how to protect your wealth. And that's what we're going to talk about. How can we not only protect that wealth, but also get it into the most tax advantaged opportunities available in the marketplace? Not only the government debt, obviously growing creates this tax bomb, but it also propels our country into a mode of over control. They want access to your money. They want point and click access to everything you own. So why they can actually do that grab. So they can do that grab of your money, right? Easier. Because one of the hardest things our government has to do is obviously get in taxes, but actually receive it. I think under Biden, he was criticized that only 56% of the taxes that were owed in one of the years he was president got actually collected. So that's why there's more and more government overreach into your assets, into your lifestyle, so that it can go and grab that money when these taxes obviously go up. So, how can you protect yourself against that overreach? We're going to go over that. Also, how would you like to guarantee your returns over the next 4 or 5 years? Now, I know you can't guarantee returns, but what if I were to tell you you can get as close to a guarantee as possible? There's three things you can do, and I'm going to go over those things. Number one, follow the big money. Number two, align your investments with things that you know are going to happen or have the highest chance of happening. And then obviously protect yourself, right? Make sure that that investment that you choose has the ability to have exit strategies, more than one exit strategy. Okay. And then how IRAs can take advantage of all the things I'm talking about, right? Because you want to obviously be able to invest money that you already have protected in a tax deferred vehicle. What can I do with IRA money to take advantage of these things and protect myself, protect against taxes, protect against government overreach, and also guarantee or at least get as close to guaranteeing my returns over the next few years? Okay. And then two big announcements. We have a huge silver giveaway. Now, I don't know if you've been watching the precious metals markets. Silver has been on a tear. It has had a recent pullback, but we're taking advantage of that and giving away free silver tonight for those that qualify. I'll go over those details at the end. And we do have a live event. Come meet us. We are real people providing real solutions for you. I'm actually going to break out here and go to my website, okay, thecompleteinvestor.net. I like coming here for a couple reasons. So you can actually see not only all the services we offer, but also see my testimonials. I've been in gold myself personally since 2010. I started helping people protect their retirement accounts since 2016. I've helped thousands of people protect millions and millions of dollars with real physical precious metals. The number one thing I would say, I talk to 100 to 150 prospects a month, investors across the country every single month, sometimes even more than that. I would say the number one thing people don't know is that you can actually own physical precious metals in your retirement account. It's a tax-free, penalty-free move. You lose no value. You're just moving from paper to physical assets. We also sell gold, by the way, direct delivery. Nobody delivers gold faster, safer, more effectively than us. Gold in your hands in 1 to 2 days. You heard me right. Gold in your hands in 1 to 2 days, fully insured. And I'll go over how to get gold in your IRA. I'll talk more about how to own precious metals direct. But this is really what I want to click on, client reviews. Now, these are reviews on my site, but I encourage you, take my name, Drew Eurosek, and gold. Drew Eurosek gold, put it in any search engine, and you will see I only have 5-star reviews from all of my clients over all the years that I've been doing this. I've worked for 2 of the top 3 gold dealerships in the country, and I only have 5-star reviews. Now, why? I'll tell you why. I do 3 things. Number one is I educate. I never push anyone into anything. I make sure you're educated and let you make the decision. Number two is I let you drive the car, right? You're in charge. I'm supporting you. And then 3, I make sure that I'm available to you anytime you want. I give all my clients my cell phone. You can get access to me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week if you want. Also, I am a full service dealer. Now, this is a big deal. Not only can I get you access to the best precious metals in the marketplace at the best price, usually about 20 to 30% less than anybody else, I also can cash you out. I pay top dollar for precious metals. If you own some, I actually talked to you later today in Florida, by the way, Michael, Pompano Beach. She might come to our event. She bought a bunch of gold already. She wants to cash out. She's done it for a long time. She wants to get into another investment. We cash out, fair market value, no discounts, no penalties, no fees. And that's the reason why we have only 5-star reviews. Now, we also teach people how to get into real estate. Yep, we actually can help you find deals, fund them, fix them with local support in your area. We also teach people how to trade the markets, how to hedge what they have already invested in, some really cool strategies from the top traders in the marketplace. And we have live events. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go over the details of this, but on our site, You can sign up for our next one coming up in June, Pompano Beach. The topics, let's go back to our slide. The topics here, probably some of the best topics in the marketplace. How all the ins and outs of precious metals. You're going to get a little bit of a taster here tonight, but a full deep dive in what you should be buying, how to not only get the best price for metals when you're buying, but how to get the best price when you want to get out, if you want to liquidate. We're going to go into real estate investing. Again, you saw the little tab on my page about real estate. We're going to teach you. We tell you more different strategies on my site, but we're going to talk specifically about rehabbing, finding the deals, finding the money, fix and flip, buy and hold. Also, crypto trading, alternative investments, tax planning. It's a nice topic, and we're going to go over a couple of really cool topics within that sphere of information. Estate planning, and then non-traditional market investments. Pretty cool stuff. This event, by the way, we only have a limited number of seats, and we are also doing a special price for the people that are on this call. The first 20 tickets are literally half off. Go ahead. I encourage you to check out the site again. Let me go back here. The
Drew, I just dropped
completeinvestor.net.
the link. I just dropped the link in the
Oh,
chat
you
if
got it.
anybody
Cool.
wants to. Yep, if
Cool.
anybody
Then
wants
I'll
to
have to
check
drop
it.
out.
And one thing real quick, Drew, if you don't mind me saying.
Go.
So guys, this isn't just Drew and Mike and your normal crew of people talking at this, okay? I want to just be clear. This is not a trading mastermind event. This is not a metals mastermind event. We went and found experts, market experts in every topic that we felt is going to be relevant for the next 5 years. So we went and found alternative investment experts, crypto trading experts, tax planning specifically for investors, not just general tax planning, specifically for investors, estate planning specifically for investors, non-traditional market investments specifically for investors. So the mindset to this, guys, just so everybody understands, is we want to bring you the best of the best of the best people to tell you about things that you can't just look up on Chat GPT or look up in Google and get the answers to. So this is absolute value, well worth the buck. And right now, as Drew said, the next 20 seats, $500 a seat. That's it. All right.
Yeah, and listen, we're already selling because we just launched this on our site and already got people buying tickets. And this is the first actual presentation showing this event. The speakers that are speaking, the content that you curated, best of the best, like Michael said. And we'll actually do a little question and answer if you have any questions about the event at the very end. I'll also answer any questions about the content we're going over tonight. I'll also give everyone access to my calendar. You can actually meet with me one-on-one, have a casual conversation, no obligation whatsoever about your personal situation, about the event we talk about tonight. But we'll go over all that at the end when I talk about how to get some free silver in your pocket. Okay, so the global debt. This is probably the biggest reason why everybody on this call needs to perk up and listen. This is getting scary. Actually, let me pop back out. I'm going to go to this website. I always go here. I know Michael's like, "Oh, you're getting out of the presentation." I know. I do this all the time. I like live data. This is usdebtclock.org. They are a non-for-profit that pulls their data directly from the Congressional Budget Office. This is up-to-date, accurate information about the debt. We're at $43 trillion in debt. And if you are not paying attention, it was at 34 trillion when Biden left office. We've already added almost $10 trillion in debt in 1 year. Now, why is that important for everyone on this call to take heed and understand the impact that this imposes on you and the money that you have? Because the debt going up is every time it goes up, the chance of default goes up. And by the way, we're not the only country in trouble. I know that. 3 countries have already defaulted on their debt in South America. So we know what happens when these countries default. The dollar backed assets get crushed. Anything dollar backed, stock, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, all can get annihilated in value and become worth fractions of what they originally were worth. Why physical gold? Why physical precious metals? because it's not tied to this debt. It's got its own sovereign value that is globally recognized, has nothing to do with our debt. By the way, yep, Paul, you're not looking at the debt that was created that hasn't been sold. This is the debt that hasn't been sold. So yes, 38 trillion that is already been created in notes that we're selling. And by the way, to ourselves, I'm going to go over that in a second. But the total debt that we have printed is currently $43 trillion. The $38 trillion, great catch, by the way, is the stuff that we actually created notes for and are currently selling or have sold. And I'll go over those details in a minute. But great catch. Great catch. I do get people all the time. I had one lady go, wasn't it? Wasn't it just $36 trillion? Like, yeah, like 2 months ago. It's moving fast. Okay. Now, I told you, how can you guarantee your returns or get at least as close as you possibly can? Okay. And the best way to almost guarantee your results is number one, align yourself with investments that you know are going to happen. But I said the first thing was follow the big money. Oh yeah, 120 trillion. I think includes what does that include? I'm trying to turn off my phone, by the way. It keeps on buzzing, and let me just take a break here. Sorry, guys. Okay, so 120 trillion, I think, includes the debt that we owe to Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, and that's crazy too. It's like the total debt that we have is, I think, closer to $200 trillion if you include everything. But I said, how can you almost guarantee your return on investment? Number one, follow the big money. Number two is align your investments to the things that you know will repeat themselves, right? And then three, make sure you have more than one exit strategy on your investment. Okay. Well, what's the biggest money out there? What's the biggest money in the world? Central banks. You see, central banks are buying gold at unheard of rates. Last year, 2025, they bought more gold in 2025 than they bought in the last 55 years. And they increased their gold purchases going into the end of the year by 38%. Is it any wonder that gold's been going up like this? Silver's been going up like this? Because the big banks know that we are in crisis mode. The chance of default is going up with every day our debt goes up as a country. Now, why does that equal a tax bomb? Because we have to pay for that debt somehow, some way. And let me tell you, I know that the administration in office right now doesn't want to raise the rates for taxes. That's fine. But that might only last a couple of years, maybe 4 years, maybe 5 years. But when we get to a certain point, taxes will have to increase. The best thing about physical precious metals in a retirement account, it's not taxed the same as paper assets. It's not taxed the same as stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, and cryptocurrency. And I'm sure in retirement, you probably rather spend less in taxes than more in taxes. And I'll show you what I mean by that here. I'm going to go to CNBC. Now, you can go to any financial news website. You can go to Bloomberg. You can go to Yahoo Finance. I'm on CNBC. Whenever you see the price of gold, you're going to see gold, COMEX, and a date. This is what's called spot price. This is not the price of coins and bars that you actually purchase and have in your hands. This is the contract price traded on the trading floor at the Chicago Board of Trade. By the way, that's where I learned how to trade gold contracts back in 2010. This is the raw ore out of the ground, has not been taken delivery of, has not been melted down, impurities taken out, stamped into a coin or bar. But this is important. This is what the government's going to look at when assessing the value of gold in your IRA. So let's role play here. Okay, let's role play. Remember this number, 5,016 an ounce. Okay, remember that number. By the way, everyone on this call does not need me to buy gold. You heard that right here first. You don't need me to buy gold. You don't need anybody to buy gold. You can go to the usmint.gov and click on gold coins. I'm going to give you a little secret. The American Gold Eagle is the number one bought and sold coin in the world. No other coin is sold more often for more money than the American Gold Eagle. Don't let anybody tell you anything differently. And you can buy a brand new one from them, brand new, for $5,820 each. Now, I do think that price is inflated, but they do give you a nice velvet box. Now, if you do go to the US Mint Direct, you need to know three things. Okay. Number one, they don't really have any customer care. If you buy direct from the mint, you might not ever talk to a live person. Number two, they don't do IRAs. If you want gold in your IRA, they're not going to be able to help you out. And then number three, they don't buy back their metals. So if you ever want to cash out, you buy a bunch of gold, you want to cash out, you're going to have to figure it out yourself how to sell them and who to sell them to. Okay. Now, why would you use a company like me? Three reasons. Number one, I have great customer care. At least I believe so. I answer the phone live. I always make sure that I don't leave the office without calling back everybody. I give my clients my cell phone number so you can call me anytime, day or night, weekends. Also, number two, I specialize in IRAs. As a matter of fact, 80% of my business is helping people protect their IRAs with real physical precious metals. And number three, I buy back my metals. I am a full service dealer. So, what does that mean? I will actually cash you out at fair market value, no discounts, no penalties, no fees, and usually in the same day you want to get rid of them. Okay. Now, the average price for these coins, you can go online right now and see them selling for $5,500 all day long. eBay, most sites are selling, people are selling them for about $5,500. Well, wait a minute. Spot price is $5,012. Wait, that's what the government's looking at when assessing the value of gold in your retirement account. Well, wait, you tell me, would you rather be taxed at 5,500 or 5,012? Now, that's several $100 difference. And that might not seem like a lot per coin, but over a whole IRA and over time, that's a huge deal. Everyone knows this right now. Or if you don't know it, you'll know it soon enough, right? In retirement, either A, we're not working, hopefully no, we're not working, or B, we're working but not making as much money as we used to. So every penny counts. And the difference between spot price, the IRS looking at the value of gold in your retirement account, and the value of your coins could be several $100 difference per coin. And that's huge, especially when we have our debt going up and the need and demand for more tax dollars going up. Every penny counts. Now, I also have another little secret that can help you out when protecting your wealth against this tax bomb, debt bomb, and the government overreach that's happening or going to happen. Okay. How do you align and get the best return, or at least guarantee the returns as best you can? Again, remember, follow the big money. Big banks are buying, central banks are buying gold, but also follow or align your investments with something you know is going to continue. Number one, gold goes up with our debt. Number two, we're going to keep on spending more money. So why not align your investment with the debt bomb increasing? And the only way to do it that I know of is get gold. Gold has historically gone up with our debt and significantly. This is each president of the last seven terms. Every time our debt goes up, gold goes up. Every time our debt goes up, gold goes up. Now, there is a little caveat here because there have been presidencies where debt has gone up and gold hasn't gone up as much. Here's the little caveat: debt to gross domestic product. You see, as soon as we get over 70%, meaning we're spending almost 100% of the money we make or more, gold actually will accelerate in value. Okay. And that's historically what's happened. And look at our debt to income ratio as a country under each president. Under the current administration, the reports for 2025 just are coming out right now. We're at 130% debt toward income, meaning the taxes that we come in 130% more in spending than we bring in tax money. That's again going to continue. Just look at again the rate that we have in terms of our debt going up. almost $9 trillion, actually almost $10 trillion in one year alone under this president's first year of this term. So it is not only accelerating, but this, how bad the debt is getting worse. Our debt to income ratio is getting worse. So why not align your investments to something you know is going to happen, follow the big money, and have multiple exits? Okay. Now, is it going to continue? Is debt increase going to continue? Is our inability to bring in tax money going to continue? And I believe so. And I'm going to go over this data point with you because this is important. Because in the next 4 years, there is speculation from very credible sources like Wharton School of Business out of Pennsylvania. They are projecting we will be at $100 trillion in debt by 2030. Well, wait a minute. If we're at 43 trillion and we go to 100 trillion by 2030, that's more than double, right? Well, if gold goes up with our debt, shouldn't gold more than double? Just look at Jamie Dimon, just actually came out and said this point blank last year, end of the year. Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan Chase, it's going to 10,000. Ed Yardini of Yardini Research, 10,000 an ounce just based on our debt, not more wars, right? When we have bad wars, guess what tends to go up? Gold. Not more market crashes. Guess what happens when market crashes? Gold tends to go up. Not more inflation. Now, I know inflation is tied to us printing more money, but not necessarily because manufacturing also increases our inflation as well. So, just based on our debt, speculation is that gold will be $10,000 an ounce by 2030, more than double where it is, or double where it is today. Okay. And again, just based on our debt, it's getting so bad that Chief Investment Officer Mike Wilson of Morgan Stanley said, Chief Investment Officer said, you better own at least 20% in physical precious metals in your retirement account. He just said that like December, I think November or December before the end of the year. Well, wait a minute. Financial advisors don't make any money on you when you buy gold. Why? Because you own the asset and it's not managed by them, right? So why would they even offer that? You'd have to ask him, but it is becoming a trend. Financial advisors are more and more saying you better have physical offsetting assets in your retirement account. And I love gold because, again, it's not taxed the same as paper assets. It's in alignment with the biggest money out there, right? The central banks of the world. And it's in alignment with something we know is going to happen. Our debt is going to go up and it's going to continue to go up. And here's why. We're not creating jobs. The only way we can pay off our debt is if we decrease spending and increase taxes. Well, one of the ways we increase taxes is by having more people working. That's going down. Our demand for employment is going so far down, and this is something people don't realize. See, technology over the last 50 years has normally taken away low end jobs, right? Dumb labor, if you will, right? Unskilled labor. For the first time in our country's history, technology, artificial intelligence, is taking away all the high paying jobs. And that's hurting our ability to pay our taxes as a country or bring in taxes to pay our bills. So, this continuation of higher debt and out of control spending, there doesn't look to be an end anytime soon. So, getting into precious metals can not only protect you against all that, get away from our country's debt, right? Being something that's got its own sovereign value that's globally recognized, not taxed the same, and gold in a retirement account is 100% insured with all risk protection. Guess what? Your IRA, your stocks, your bonds, your mutual funds, your annuities have no insurance. Just look at the bottom of your statement on any of your IRAs. It's going to say these words. I can pull up my Schwab account right now and flash it on the screen. These investments have no insurance, can lose 100% of its value. Here's the dirty little secret that nobody tells you when you open up any brokerage and buy any investment. You don't own the stock. When you buy a stock, a bond, a mutual fund, an annuity inside a retirement account, or any brokerage for that matter, You only have beneficial interest. You do not have ownership. And that's why they can't insure the investment because it's not owned by you. They can't insure something you don't own. You only have beneficial interest. Now, I do get people that say, hey, Drew, it has SIPC. Yes, SIPC insurance on the brokerage. If the brokerage becomes insolvent, it does not protect anything inside the account, any of the investments against market conditions, trying to get out if the market's crashing, cybersecurity threats, right? Listen, cybersecurity threats are not going down, they're going up, right? Especially with quantum computing. There was an article written just a couple months ago that they're saying that quantum computing will be able to hack Bitcoin. Well, if it can hack Bitcoin, right, the safest investment out there, right, when it came out, it can hack anything. It could hack your brokerage account. Well, guess what? You can't hack a physical gold coin. And because you own the metals, because they are yours in your retirement account, it's 100% insured with all risk coverage. Now, how do you get gold in your IRA? It is so simple. It is the simplest thing you can do. You open up a gold IRA. It's like opening a checking account, takes 10 minutes. You literally just fill out a form. It does take about a week to 10 days to move your money from your current IRA into your gold IRA. You lose no value. There's no difference. If you move 100 grand from your traditional IRA to your gold IRA, it moves 100 grand into your gold buying account. You lose no value. Once it's in the account, you and I go online. I show you everything available to you: gold, silver, coins, bars. Heck, there's even platinum and palladium. You pick out what you like. You're in charge. Once you select the metals you like, it takes about 24 hours to fulfill the order, and the metals get shipped to the depository you pick nearest you. Now, these are non bank, non federal depositories. They have nothing to do with our banking system, they have nothing to do with our federal government, but they meet the strict guidelines of our federal government for safety and security. Why? Because our government wants their taxes. Okay. And once it goes into the vault, it goes under white glove inspection, x-ray, ultrasound, then fully insured and put in your section of the vault until you decide to take it out. You can go visit the vault anytime you want, like a lockbox at a bank. Hold your gold in your hands if you want, and you have point and click access to your gold. Anytime you want, you click a button, have the gold delivered to you. You do pay your taxes if you do a withdrawal, but again, remember, based on spot price, not necessarily the value of the coin in the open market, which could be several $100 difference. Or click a button, liquidate. You click the coins you want to sell. I get a phone call. I call you up with what's called bid market quote for the day. You say, yep, I like that price. Fair market value, no discounts, no penalties, no fees. You say, yep, I like that price. We lock it in. The metals just move from your section of the vault to our section of the vault. We wire the cash same day. Nothing simpler or better for it. I've had a gentleman been with me for almost 10 years, made about 500% return on his money. He said, I want to sell some of my gold because I want to buy an office building. He clicked on the coins he wanted to sell. I got a phone call. I called him up. Hey, here's fair market value. He said, yep, I like the price. We locked it in. Coins just moved from his section of the vault to our section of the vault. We wired him the cash. He bought an office building with the money he made. Very cool. Now, how do you get up to $1,000 in free silver? Now, I chose silver because I like this little pullback silver hat. It was just up to like $120 an ounce. It's currently right about 75. So there's a lot of upside. It could literally double your money. Okay. As long as you move at least $50,000 in your retirement account into physical precious metals, or you buy at least $50,000 with cash and have it delivered to your home. Again, nobody delivers gold faster, safer, more effectively than me. You get $1,000 in free silver sent to your home. Whether you're buying it in your IRA or with cash, I send the silver to your house. Now, there are companies that do promos where you get free precious metals. The biggest difference is I put the silver in your hands, even if it's in the IRA. Most people, when they do these promos with free precious metals, they put the free precious metals inside your IRA, so you don't see them until you retire and take it out or liquidate. I send you the free promotional metals to your house because I know you want something in your hands. And again, $1,000 in free silver. You do. The qualification is move at least $50,000 from your retirement account into gold or silver, or buy direct, where you buy at least $50,000 of free of gold or silver sent to your home. And that's how you get the free $1,000. Now, I will bring back on Michael. I do want to say this. The promotion is only for people on this call. You do have to meet with me, not to sign up or buy anything, just to register as a promotion winner, right? So if you do decide to move forward, it's locked in on our CRM in our back office, so we can actually see, oh, they were on this webinar. So I'm going to have Michael, if you don't mind, put my calendar in the chat. It's a live calendar, so it's up to date. You click on a spot. All we need to do is have a casual conversation. I'll answer any questions you have. There's no obligation whatsoever. If you decide to move forward, great. You're qualified for the $1,000 in free silver. Even if you don't want to move forward, at least it's embedded in our CRM that you are a promotional winner. Meaning, if you do move forward, you get that free silver anytime. By the way, as long as you meet with me from this meeting. So there's the calendar. It's in the chat. You click on it. You click a time. We have a casual conversation. You qualify for the free $1,000 of free silver. Michael, I'm going to bring you back in to talk about this Pompano Beach because I think you said as soon as we put it online, you guys sold a bunch of tickets. I know we only have so many for this group at $500. I think 20 tickets. Um, these events, and I think Joe, you said you went to one of these events. I'm telling you right now, I don't curate this event. It's curated by Gold IQ Group. I've been to events that Michael's hosted before, absolutely top. And I've been around a while. I've been to Vegas. I've been to events in LA. Chicago does a ton of investing events. Absolute best events. Absolute best, mentors and instructors that they bring to the table. Michael, did you want to talk any more about the event that we have?
You know what? Just give me 2 minutes. Let me just bring this up with you guys. So, one of the things we realized is, we own an aggregate of different companies. We own trading companies, software companies, gold companies, options and securities companies, all the way down the line. And one of the things we realized is we actually have access to some very, very, very elite people in the industry. And as we've done events before, they've always been very specific. So some of you on this call have been to some of the target trading events. Some of you have been to Bubba's events. And what I realized is we've never done a comprehensive event. We've never taken like the best and the brightest of each one and just let them talk to you guys about what they know. And so we started working on this about 5 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, putting this together and basically curating people from what we thought would be the hottest industries to know about over the course of the next 3 to 5 years. So, one of the speakers there is going to be Drew. He's going to be talking about some aspects of the metals investment. Nothing you heard today. It's going to be more about optimizing your buying and selling. Okay. We found a number of people for real estate investment. Now, I want to be clear. There's a difference between real estate investment and then real estate renovation and flipping. So we actually found people that are specializing in the flipping side. Those worlds have changed dramatically over the last few years. You're now able to participate in large real estate offerings with by being able to buy in online and participate. There's all kinds of different things you can do. So we've got specialists for both of those. We have a crypto trading specialist, and what he's coming to talk about is not just, hey, buy this particular coin, it's going to go to 10,000% return. That's not the point of it. What he's going to teach you guys to do is what to look for, things to look for. It's helping you become your own analyst. We're going to talk about alternative investments. The alternative investments world has changed dramatically. Most people have their old, 401ks, their IRAs, they're invested in ETFs, and then they're trying things out like metals investment. Well, there's a lot of alternative investments out there that used to exclusively be available to people with private equity or hedge funds. They would tie your, a $500,000, $1 million investment up for at least a year and all this. Well, now it's become available to the masses. We're gonna delve into that and what to look for. We've got a fantastic CPA coming, talking about tax planning for investors. We have an estate planning attorney about how to protect your assets, whether you have family or not, how to protect your assets as you make money. And then the last but not least, we're going to talk a lot about non-traditional market investments. And a couple of these are open panel discussions, guys, where you're going to have multiple experts from different fields. There's going to be some gunshots. It's going to be fun. All right. So we're going to fire across each other's bow a little bit, because people will be coming from different industries and they want to tell you why they think theirs is the best. There are only 150 seats. We are capping it at 150 seats. I want to be crystal clear. We are absolutely capping it. It is a 2-day event. So you get there Sunday, June 7th. We have a meet and greet that will be about the best networking event of the summer, because you're going to be with people just like you, but from different industries and looking for a lot of the same things. We have education all day on Monday. We're giving you guys a buffet breakfast. We're taking you to a great lunch. And then you're going to cover yourself for dinner, but you're going to be able to meet with the people that you network with. We're going to do the same thing on Tuesday, and we're culminating with a very cool special experience at the end. We've done this a few times. It's amazing. People say it was their favorite part. And that'll be the last thing that we do on Tuesday. And then it's your choice. It's the summertime. You could stay for an extra couple days in beautiful Pompano Beach, or you can head on home. So it's a Sunday night, it's a Monday, and it's a Tuesday. We have negotiated some great rates with the hotel. Your tickets to the event right now, I reserved 20 tickets at $500 a ticket. So just so everybody here knows, that is now half price. So the tickets are 997. The link I just dropped in there, it's the Gold IQ Group front slash CWE. They are 500. There's only 20 tickets, just so everybody knows, reserved. It's specifically for this, the people attending this webinar. We opened ticket sales yesterday. We have already sold, we are over 30 tickets as of right this moment. So these tickets are going fast. Don't wait. This is this I Drew said it. I've thrown a bunch of these events. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I throw the best events in the world. I am going to tell you that people seem to really like them. This
No,
is
you're the
going to
best,
be
man.
this is going to be this is the one that I've been working on that I'm the most excited about, though, guys. I want you to know I built an event that I would want to go to. So that's what it's built around. Drew, thank you, by the way, for letting me get into that.
So now's the question and answer. But let me recap again. Why gold? Because our debt is out of control. And guess what? If you don't think there's going to be pressure on our government taking more taxes from people, you got another thing coming. So you might as well get into an investment that isn't even taxed the same as paper assets. Get it to a level of protection where it's actually insured. And there's metals I can sell you that are deemed non-reportable by the IRS. Whoa, wait a minute. Yes, you can actually own coins that if you ever take possession, you do not have to report to anybody that you own them. And me as a dealer, I don't have to tell anybody that you bought them from me. Nothing else exists out like there like it. Again, align your investments with something you know is going to happen. We're going to spend more money. Well, guess what? If we go to $100 trillion in debt and gold goes up with our debt, we're at 5,000. There are analysts already saying 10,000 on the low end by 2030. Again, based on just debt alone, not inflation, not more wars. And again, gold in an IRA is 100% insured with all risk coverage. It's a physical asset and it can't be hacked. Um, so, Paul, I can actually go over that detail with you. Um, yeah, so I mean that's kind of a personal take on what might happen. There's a lot of articles written on the Great Reset. I'll let you guys do your own research on that. Yes, we might actually go to a Great Reset. This actually happened. My grandfather went through the Great Depression where merchants would not, for a period of time, take paper dollars. So my grandfather growing up, as a matter of fact, hold on a second. I still have one. So he used to give me Morgan dollars when I was growing up for presents because he said you better be prepared because we came off the gold standard. These paper money is going to become worthless. So he used to give me, and I still have this one, physical coins because he was 21 in Newark, New Jersey, when the great crash happened, and he told me for a period of time merchants would not take paper money; they would only take real silver coins, real gold coins. That could happen again. So now that's extreme. I'll let you guys do your own research. But again, it's nice to have an investment that's real. It's got its own sovereign value. It's 5,000 plus years old. It survived every currency crash in history. So if it crashes, chances are it'll be the best thing to be in if that happens. Again, meet with me one on one. You're going to get registered automatically for the $1,000 in free silver that we give away if you qualify and buy at least $50,000 of precious metals in your retirement account or direct. You don't have no obligation if you meet with me. My calendar's up there. Also, take advantage of the event. It's going to be the best curated content that you could ever go to as an investor. I am confident of it. I'm bringing my wife, get to meet me. I'm going to actually show you some other strategies with gold if you own gold. Also, if you buy gold, how do you cash out at top dollar? So I'm going to be going over content like that. So I do want to answer any questions you have. Does anyone have any questions before we settle for the night?
And Drew, if I could say one thing, guys, that link that's in there, that's Drew's calendar, take advantage of this, guys. You have an absolute wealth of knowledge. One of the things that I love that Drew does is he essentially helps you develop a personalized strategy. There's very few people in the industry. When you look in the industry, what you see is everybody hands out a gold guide or they hand out a metals guide, and it's just a chat GPT write up of a little bit of information about the industry. That's not unique. That's not you. Maybe there's bits and pieces of it, but you have to figure out what applies to you. The difference here is you get to spend some time with Drew. He talks you through your personal situation. He talks you through what you're trying to accomplish and helps you develop a strategy that's specific to you. Take advantage of that. That's the only way I can explain it. It's not always going to be like that. So please take advantage of it.
Yeah, I'll finish on that note. Like there's information that you should know about depending on your age, right? Someone that's 59 versus 79 is a big difference, right? Someone that's in RMDs and doesn't spend all their money in RMDs, someone that spends all their money in RMDs, required minimum distributions, which you might not even know about. I can talk about that as well. But there is so much detail that you need to know depending on where you are in your lifespan of retirement or close, how close you are and when you want to be in retirement, and also how you're going to use your money. So I go over all that with you and then talk about what do you think might be best for you and how does precious metals fit, if it fits, because it's not right for everybody. But have that casual conversation, get the opportunity to get at least $1,000 in free precious metals, free silver with the promotion if you do qualify. No obligation whatsoever. 20 minutes on the phone with me. I'm almost positive that you will enjoy the conversation. And again, we'll move forward if you want to. If not, at least you got that detailed conversation that will benefit you, I'm sure. That's it. Any other questions? And again, thanks, Paul. It's great seeing everybody.
Absolutely. Drew, thank you again.